Hello, fools. Welcome to day 47 on this Raj Muuin world we've in? Yes, we've in. Whatever. Who cares, right? So, yeah. Oh, hey, pig. A little bit confusing trying to get my recording set up this morning since I upgraded to Mac OS Mavericks, which is actually quite good. Whoa! You bashed it. You. Hey! It's actually quite good, actually. And actually, it's also pretty good. It's much faster than the last one, which is nice. But the recording software I had, and continue to have, is a little confused about it, apparently. So it took some convincing to get it to actually get going. Dude, you're a spider. Actually, you're not a spider, you're a snake. Sorry about that. Yes, poison. So, I'm not sure. Oh, jeez. I'm out of the carrots. I don't think I can get any more carrots. Do you? I don't think there are any more carrots. Carrots went extinct. Woo-hoo-hoo. There you go. So, thought I'd written down on my notepad that I would talk about writing today. But now that I think about it, I don't know what to say. Cobra snake egg. Not sure how this works, but we'll find out. So, yeah, writing. Hey. Why'd it do that? So, pig face. I'm watching you. I think what spawned the idea was the fact that I had a bit of an idea while trying to fall asleep the other night. Sunday night, Monday night, I can't remember exactly which. Come on, little egg. You can do it. Asparagus. No. Fine. Completely appropriate name for a snake, right? There you go. What are you going to do anyways? I mean, do you just sit there, or do you help me out? Okay, you can get hurt, so let's not do that. Can I heal you? Sorry, I have not encountered this before, so do I have to feed you to heal you? Can I, like, lasso you to this place? Will that work on a snake? Marble, please. Almost enough for another batch, but not quite. What was I using? I was using marble up there, right? But I'm all used up on that. I don't need any more. Okay. So I had... I tend to believe in this thing called the singularity. Marble. That's more marble. Okay. It's not really a thing you can believe in, though. It's a thing you make happen. And we are pretty close to it. It's kind of a difficult thing to describe, but it's essentially the beginning of the singularity is effectively the end of predictability. At least by human standards, and I realize that might not make any sense. But I guess maybe I won't talk about writing. Maybe this will ebb into writing tomorrow because the story is based on this. But if I don't explain it, then it won't go so well. What are you looking at? Are you just going to follow me everywhere, or can I, like, make you sit down? Or are you just going to wander randomly? Sorry, I need that stuff to cook, and I don't know what to do with myself in the meantime. Portal. We could explore. Let's do that. Let's do a little exploration. So it would be nice to find a fortress out there. Anywho. Oh, the singularity. That's right. Basically, you have to begin at the beginning, so to speak. at least at the beginning of Earth. The sun formed, the Earth formed. Life actually started reasonably quickly thereafter, according to evidence, within 1 billion years of the Earth forming. Probably sooner than that. But how are we looking? But it took something like 3 billion years for life to... Ooh, this is really smooth. One of the nice things about Mavericks is it is more efficient. It's doing all this so much better. Oh yeah, I was going to cross over, wasn't I? Well, anyways, it took billions and billions of years for life to develop past sort of these quasi-cells into multicellular organisms, okay? But from there, it only took hundreds of millions of years for life to colonize land, okay? From whence it took only tens of millions of years to develop into large, complicated creatures, after which it only took millions of years for it to develop into, tool using, after which it only took hundreds of thousands of years to develop into technology making, if you're following the linear chart up through humanity, after which it took only tens of thousands of years to invent agriculture, after which it only took thousands of years to invent modern, industrialism, after which it only took hundreds of years to invent information technology, after which it's got to the point where every year things are doubling practically, with like Moore's Law and stuff like that. Every 18 months, the capacity of this stuff doubles. Basically, what I'm getting at is technology, if you consider life itself to be a technology, and frankly, we have good reason to do so, it's accelerating on sort of an exponential, maybe logarithmic curve. That might be the wrong term. Geometric curve? One of those three. And the thing is, because it is accelerating, it is getting harder and harder for us to keep up with as biological limited beings. So, what the heck? That was weird. And I'm going to run out of my diamond axe soon. Hello? Can I help you with something? I feel like... Oh, jeez. Gotta be careful. Woo! Speaking of which... Give me stuff. Do you have nothing for me? I need... Oh, part of the problem is I do need... I want to get alchemy started. I mean, I didn't discover alchemy until very late in the game on Deneb server. Now that I know how to do it, I want it soon. Oh, good. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Oh, that's me burning, not them. Okay. I'm not sure. Do these guys even cause damage? Very good. They dropped one. Out of that whole group, they dropped one. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. But thing is, 1,000 years ago, well, let's say 10,000 years ago, you as a human being could imagine with some accuracy what life would be like 1,000 years in the future. And 1,000 years ago, you could imagine what life might be like reasonably accurately 100 years in the future. And I could have sworn I came in this way. There we go. And 100 years ago, you could be very, very secure in your imagination of what the future might be like 10 years in the future. And, at those scales, it's a little bit easier to take life in stride and plan for the future and all that stuff. But now it's gotten to the point where technology is changing so rapidly that you do not know. You do not have the reasonable ability to guess what will happen to you or, what will happen in terms of how life works within a couple of years. And to a certain extent, this is numbing humanity. We're tuning out because we can't keep up. We can't handle it anymore. And it's just going to keep getting worse. So even as technology continues to get better and better and better, we are going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. It's I don't know, worse is the wrong term, but singularity is essentially, within this construct, the concept of the point where technology is evolving so rapidly that you cannot know 10 minutes down the road what new technology, you don't have the basis to predict it. Unless you're, so that's the singularity, the point where technology leaves us in the dust. And, at that point, what is technology? Is technology alive? Is it the next stage of life itself? And if it is, you have to ask yourself, do you want to remain behind? Do you want to let technology go and stay behind as a biological limited life form? Or do you want to become a part of that level of evolution and become sort of one with that technology? And I'm not even talking, this sort of concept puts concepts like implants and robots and stuff like that to shame, because it's way more sophisticated than that. I suspect, we have like prosthetic limbs now and all these things. And people keep imagining things like, the Matrix. Well, what's going to happen is we're going to have implants or, like things embedded in our bodies to make all this happen. And you know what? There might be a couple of years where that's true, but the technology by that point will be advancing so fast that they'll be obsolete before half of the operations are finished. Because microscopic machines, things we already have today and are just not very sophisticated yet, so are accelerating exponentially in their prowess and their capability. And this is basically the baseline for how we will have singularity, because when you can have colonies of extremely intelligent, like self-repairing, self-growing computers that augment you and, slowly become, you are them, they are you. You become superhuman. You can repair anything in your body on a whim's notice. You get cancer. Oh, I just cured cancer. I live indefinitely. There's no such. This is a perfect cure for everything that ails us. You can, exponentiate your brain, your processing capacity, your memory capacity. You basically have technologically assisted telepathy, and since these little microscopic machines can manipulate objects down to a molecular level, basically right now. And, if this is only going to expand in the future, then what? Atomic level, subatomic level, rearranging things and making new elements on the fly and making unstable elements stable, and basically rearranging the very design of your body whenever it happens to suit you. A perfect place to encounter the demon rat. Cool. Where he can't walk hardly at all. So what we're essentially saying is, everybody becomes superhuman. Everybody becomes what any other, if let's say I became this thing, and I don't want to hype myself exactly, but if I had access to singularity technology at this moment and nobody else did, the power that I would have would seem mundane and straightforward to me, but everyone else would kind of see it like, wow, that's godly powers. So, I don't know. I'm sort of holding out hope, because right now, the way technology is advancing and the fact that the fundamental technologies that make this possible already exist, it's just a matter of refining and perfecting them, which is something we do constantly. We had the Apple update yesterday, which is why I got Mavericks. And everything, things are still doubling in power and efficiency and all that stuff constantly. And this is going to happen to micro machines too. It already has. They've gone from not existing to being able to animate at a molecular level to being able to move molecules and stuff like that. It's just a matter of sophistication, and that's all technology really ever is. I should go through and see what time it is. Plus I got... Oh, did I get any rods? I did. Okay, so I can make at least one alchemy thing. That's awesome. All right, so I'm holding out hope. I mean, the environmental damage to this world is intense, and at this point, it is so far out of control that I don't think humanity can keep up with it. It's this giant snowball, sort of in a contrary metaphor, because things are heating up as on average. There are some places getting colder, but for the most part, it's heating up. Oh, that's my pet. Okay, that's like, who's on my game? Yeah, I should clock out. Oh, jeez, let's not do that. I should clock out soon, or else I started in the dark. But what are you? What was that? I think it was a bird stuck in the ground. It seems like sharks could have some collision detection corrections. Let's see. How about some of this stuff? Yes? No? Well, screw you. Very much. All right. Very good, very good. Ash. I can make stuff out of ash, can't I? Like ash block. Okay. What is ash blocks good for? I don't have room for it. I suppose I should make some double wide soon, huh? Well, yeah. So I'm actually fairly excited about it. I think when you can manipulate things down to the molecular level, you have the power to clean up so much of the damage we've done, reverse it on like just like that. I don't want to use it as an excuse to I am not anti-Christian. I'm not religious, but I'm not anti-religious either. I'm agnostic. I know I don't know crap about the topic, and I don't pretend to. I don't try to represent some godly figure whom I don't know very well. And frankly, considering how the singularity might play out, I wouldn't be surprised if humanity has even been through it before. And the results are what have developed into the mythology of religion later. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. If it happened, I could see that happening again in the future. But that besides the point. Oh, I know a few Christians who have literally to my face told me, why bother trying to fix the planet when we're just going to, when the end times and, we're all going to be saved in the last second anyways. It's like, even your own book says be good stewards of the earth, and we've all absolutely failed at that. So I don't want to take singularity as an excuse not to do anything, because if we just wait a little bit longer, we'll have the technology to fix everything. Well, yeah, but we should probably not be doing anything more to damage it in the meantime. That's more or less my perspective. Oh yeah, I was gonna make it. I'm gonna have to make some glass things though. I should quit. But first. So, that's my idea of the singularity. And I'm kind of looking forward to it, like I said. Boink. Very good. I'll have to make some glass thingies. And find more, I'll have to start a farm, I guess. Of, things. Alright, guys. Thanks for putting up with my singularity talk. I'll probably talk again more about it some other time, but tomorrow I think I'll do the discussion of the writing, because I had a story idea that was post-singularity, which is why I talked about it in the first place. So if I just say post-singularity without describing it, it's like, okay, what are you talking about? Alright, so please come in for day 48. Thank you, and have a good Wednesday.